Hello students, welcome back. Today we shall look at medial compartment of thigh. This is also called as adductor compartment. In human body, proximal most part of the lower limb is thigh, which is attached to the trunk. Proximal most part of upper limb is arm. Thigh is homologous to arm. In arm, we find two compartments, anterior or flexor compartment, posterior or extensor compartment. Unlike this, in thigh, we have three compartments. This is anterior compartment, this is posterior compartment, and there is a medial compartment. Anterior compartment is extensor, posterior compartment is flexor compartment, medial compartment is adductor compartment. Adductor compartment in upper limb is represented by muscle coracobrachialis. These are the learning objectives for this session. Enumerate the muscles of adductor compartment of thigh, discuss the attachment of these muscles, describe the nerve supply and actions of these muscles, briefly explain profunda femoris artery, which is largest branch of femoral artery, and few related applied anatomical aspects. Let us enumerate the muscles of adductor compartment. Pectineus. The meaning of pecten is comb. This muscle is having sparse muscle fibers. They look like teeth of comb. So the name pectineus. Adductor longus, adductor brevis, adductor magnus. These three muscles chiefly cause adduction. Depending on their size and amount of musculature, they are named longus, brevis, and magnus. Gracilis. The meaning is slender. This is a slender muscle which is longest among the adductor group. Obturator externus. Though it is not muscle of adductor compartment, it is wise to mention it here as it is very closely associated with adductor group of muscles. Before I show you the pictures of the muscles, let us regroup these muscles for learning convenience. Pectineus, adductor longus, and gracilis are superficial group of muscles. Adductor brevis is intermediately present. Adductor magnus and obturator externus are deeply located muscles. Let us arrange them accordingly. This picture shows pectineus here, adductor longus here, and gracilis. These are superficial muscles. Adductor brevis is intermediate one. I shall show it in next picture, where superficial three muscles have been removed here. This is adductor brevis, and deep to it, massive muscle, that is adductor magnus. And here, which is occluding this obturator foramen, is the one which is obturator externus. See here, most of the adductor group of muscles are running out from front of the pubic bone to the shaft or back of the shaft of the femur. These are the pictures showing front of the hip bone. This is front of the pubic part of the hip bone. This is acetabulum. This is pubic symphysis. This is right hip bone which is shown. And this is ischiopubic ramus. This is ischium. This is pubis. And ilium is not shown here, and this is acetabulum. The front of the pubis is the one which gives most of the muscles of adductor group origin. And this is back of the femur which shows insertion of these group of muscles. This is the same picture which is magnified. Let us look at different muscles where they are taking attachments. Pectineus, adductor longus and gracilis. We know that these are superficial group of muscles here and they are in same plane, pectineus, adductor longus and gracilis. Pectineus is taking origin from here, see, upper part of the pubic bone, and this line very near to the pubic symphysis, this is origin for gracilis. In between these two, this pointed area shows adductor longus. Adductor longus is taking origin in a pointed area. It is tendinous in origin. So pectineus, adductor longus and gracilis. So these are the superficial muscles which take origin. Rectus abdominis and pyramidalis, these are muscles of abdomen. Let us ignore them now. Insertion of pectineus is here on the linea aspera on the posterior aspect of the femur. This is pectineus, and just below that in the same line, middle 1/3 of linea aspera, this is adductor longus. Gracilis is not shown here. Here it is. Gracilis is going down to insert on the medial aspect of tibial condyle. Very near to the insertion of gracilis, we find two more muscles from front of the thigh and back of the thigh. We shall discuss about them little later. Three muscles: adductor brevis, adductor magnus and obturator externus. Adductor brevis takes origin here just lateral to the gracilis. The insertion of adductor brevis is just lateral to adductor longus and pectineus. So here it is. In the second plane, it is adductor brevis. Adductor magnus takes origin from whole of the ischiopubic ramus. This is the origin of adductor magnus. It is not only related to adductor compartment, this muscle is also contributing to form the posterior compartment, that is hamstring compartment. The adductor compartment of or adductor part of adductor magnus is from pubic bone, and ischial part or the hamstring part of adductor magnus is taking origin from ischium. So whole of the muscle is here. This is the origin. Insertion of adductor magnus is here. Whole of the linea aspera, most laterally among all these, and it extends till adductor tubercle. You can see here whole of the back of femur shaft is getting insertion of adductor magnus, very widespread muscle. And this is insertion of adductor brevis. Adductor brevis is here. As we have learnt it in three different planes. In the first plane, pectineus, gracilis, and adductor longus. Gracilis is going to tibia in leg bone. This is pectineus and this is adductor longus in the same plane. In the second plane, just lateral to them, this is adductor brevis. And in the third plane, this is adductor magnus. Obturator externus is actually occluding this foramen. This is known as obturator foramen. It is covered by a membrane, and outer surface of the membrane is giving origin to obturator externus muscle. It is also taking origin from the borders here. So this muscle is here, obturator externus. The fibers of obturator externus are twisted and going laterally towards the femur. This is trochanteric fossa. This is the insertion of obturator externus. Let me tell you an interesting fact related to gracilis. Here I have mentioned three muscles: gracilis from adductor compartment, semitendinosus from posterior compartment or hamstring compartment, sartorius from anterior compartment of thigh. These three muscles, look here, this is sagittal section of lower part of the body. This is sacrum. This is fifth lumbar vertebra. This is pubic symphysis. Only right half of the body is shown here. This is right thigh, seen from medial side. Here from the pubis, we are seeing origin of gracilis. From anterior superior iliac spine, this is sartorius, and from ischium, this is semitendinosus. These three muscles, interestingly, are converging very closely near the insertion. They meet on the upper medial aspect of the medial condyle of tibia. See, these are here. These muscles are coming from different parts of hip bone. Sartorius is coming from ilium, gracilis is coming from pubis, and semitendinosus is coming from ischium. Three different parts of hip bone. These are balancing or acting like guy ropes during walking or standing positions. These muscles are also called muscles of guy rope. Gracilis is part of it. Nerve supply of thigh. It is by three different nerves. Femoral nerve, which innervates anterior compartment of thigh. Muscle is quadriceps femoris, which brings extension of knee joint. This is extensor compartment of thigh supplied by femoral nerve. Sciatic nerve, especially it has two components, tibial component and peroneal component. The tibial component is the one which supplies the posterior compartment of thigh, which is flexor of knee joint. So tibial component of sciatic nerve is supplying posterior compartment of thigh. Obturator nerve, which is supplying adductor compartment of thigh. Obturator nerve is passing out through the obturator foramen, so the name. Obturator nerve arises from lumbar plexus. It is from anterior primary rami of L2, L3 and L4. Here lumbar plexus is shown. This is obturator nerve, which is coming out through obturator foramen, and it is supplying adductor compartment. This is femoral nerve and two different colored nerves on the back. This is sciatic nerve. Look at obturator nerve. It is dividing into two divisions, anterior branch and posterior branch, and it is supplying whole of the adductor compartment or medial compartment. Let us identify some of the muscles here. This is adductor longus. This is much more medial gracilis. Pectinis is not shown here. The muscle which is in between anterior and posterior divisions of obturator nerve is adductor brevis. And here this is magnanimous muscle, adductor magnus. So why I am expressing this to you is the key muscle which divides the anterior and posterior divisions of obturator nerve is adductor brevis. Muscles which are supplied by anterior division are pectineus, adductor longus and gracilis. Anterior division lies anterior to adductor brevis. Sometimes adductor brevis is also supplied by anterior division. If it is not supplied by anterior division, posterior division supplies adductor brevis. Posterior division also supplies adductor magnus, which is behind all these muscles, and also posterior division supplies obturator externus. Indeed, posterior division pass through the mass of obturator externus. Anterior division also gives a twig to hip joint, whereas posterior division, after supplying the adductor magnus, gives innervation to knee joint. Both hip joint and knee joint are supplied by obturator nerve, hip by anterior division, knee by posterior division. As the name suggests, muscles of adductor compartment do adduction of thigh. Adduction of thigh is bringing the thigh to the midline from abducted position or forcefully pushing both thighs together in the midline, like holding something in between the knee and squeezing, or sitting on the horse back, preventing oneself to fall down, holding the back of the horse tightly between both thighs is adduction. All the muscles of this compartment, including pectineus till adductor magnus, they do adduction of thigh. Gracilis, along with adduction, it also has action of slight flexion of the knee joint and medial rotation of the hip joint. Whereas obturator externus has lateral rotation of hip joint. The massive muscle adductor magnus has two parts. You can see some fibers are horizontal and some fibers are vertical. The horizontal fibers are running between pubis and upper part of the linea aspera is known as adductor part of adductor magnus, which is supplied by obturator nerve. The vertical fibers which are running from ischial tuberosity till the adductor tubercle are hamstring part of adductor magnus, which is causing extension of hip joint. This is supplied by tibial component of sciatic nerve. Just like that, even pectineus muscle is supplied by two nerves, that is femoral as well as anterior division of obturator nerve. This is anterior view of only adductor magnus. Horizontal fibers adductor part, vertical fibers hamstring part. The insertion extends all along the line of linea aspera. Hamstring part inserts on adductor tubercle. The very two separate muscles, adductor and hamstring part, are here shown by adductor hiatus. This is a gap in the insertion line of adductor magnus. Not only this large gap, we find several 3 to 4 gaps here along the line of insertion of adductor magnus, which are ways for the perforating branches of the profunda femoris artery, which run from anterior side to the posterior compartment to supply the posterior compartment of thigh. And adductor hiatus gives way for passage of femoral artery itself, which continues as popliteal artery on the back of the knee joint. Let us look at profunda femoris artery. This is femoral artery. This is branch of femoral artery, largest branch, that is profunda femoris artery, which runs deep to adductor longus, which lies on adductor magnus. It has several perforating branches. You can see them here. First, second, third, and fourth third perforators. They pass from anterior side to the posterior side to supply the posterior compartment of thigh. Finally, the terminal part of the profunda femoris artery pass through the fourth opening, that is terminal end of the deep artery. Profunda femoris artery pass through this fourth opening, whereas femoral artery itself pass through the adductor hiatus, or largest gap between the adductor magnus and femur. All these openings are osteoaponeurotic openings. During contraction of the muscle, they do not obstruct the flow of blood through them, because one side it is bone, it cannot be dynamic to constrict the vessel. Enumerate few of the applied anatomical aspects. Pain from knee joint pathologies can be referred to hip joint. This is because of common nerve supply, that is obturator nerve. Adductor group of muscles can go for painful spasm when they are overused. This is commonly seen in long-standing horse riders. At the origin of adductor longus, that is on the pubic bone, constant pull of origin of adductor longus due to overuse can elevate the periosteum and form a bone called as rider's bone on pubic part of the hip bone. This is commonly seen in horse riders. This ends your class.